Hi everyone, it's Teresa, and today we are going to attempt to make coasters with UV resin. Can it be done? Are they too big? We'll see. So I got this mold off of Amazon, and it is a coaster mold by UV Resin. So it comes with 4 coasters and a holder. Today I think we're just going to try the coasters. And if this works, then we will do, the holder and everything later. So I've kind of got it in my head how I want to do this. It is a fairly deep mold, and I'd like to use some color in it, but I don't quite know how that would work, how well it would work, I should say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by putting a clear base in here, and then we'll mix up some different colored resin and pour in here and see how it looks. So let's get started. The resin I'm going to use today is High Gloss UV Resin by J. Diction. So let's start by filling this in. Okay. Let this sit for a second. Actually, it looks really good. I don't see any bubbles at all, which is surprising to me. I had a little spot there where it wasn't all the way filled. So let's go ahead, pop any bubbles, even though I don't see any, and then we'll go ahead and cure this, and then we'll mix up some different colors. Okay. So let's try curing this for 60 seconds and see what happens. Okay. So let's see if that cured. Oh, it's very warm. So while we're letting that cool, I'm going to go ahead and mix up some color, but I have to say, that looks really good. I don't see any bubbles. So I am using UV Resin Violet. And I'm going to put 2 drops in there. And we're going to fill this with resin. Okay. Let's mix this up. It's not mixed up all that well, but that's because I want to try something here. I intentionally want to get streaks in it. I have to get another bottle of resin. That one is just about empty. But in the meantime, I just want to see if I can duplicate what it looks like when you put alcohol inks in the resin. I'm going to try it with this translucent dye. I'm going to try and get every last bit of resin out of here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for a couple minutes while I get some more resin, and then we'll pop the bubbles. Then we will cure this layer, and then we'll put a third layer on. So give me just a minute. Okay, we let this sit for a few minutes, so let's go through here, pop any bubbles we see. Okay. Now let's cure this for 60 seconds. All right. It's very warm, but let's go ahead and we'll finish filling it, and then we will do the top, and then we will UV from the bottom just to make sure it is all done. Let this sit upside down some more. Break out the new bottle. Okay, we'll let this sit for a minute and then we will pop any bubbles that we see. All right. All right. So let's do this for 60 seconds. Okay. Very warm, and it's not level. I don't know if you can tell, it kind of rocks. I think it's because I'm trying to make too big of an item with UV resin, but let's go ahead and finish this puppy up. Let that sit for a minute. And I'm thinking the more layers we do, the more it's going to warp and become concave, but we'll see. I can still see everything moving around. Okay. Okay, let's let it sit for just a minute. It looks pretty, but it is really concave where it's warped. And I don't know if it will flatten back out as it cools down, but I want to let this sit for a few minutes and then we'll see if it flattens out, and then we'll try to do the last layer. We'll see how it goes. It's cooled a little bit, but it's very unlevel. I'm going to try to do one last coat. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Well, let's try. It's hard to tell, but I can't tell if it's all over. Well, we'll put this on for 60 seconds. And I was going to flip it over before I did this last one, but I think I'm going to wait because I'm worried if I flip it over, it's going to come out of the mold. Okay. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. Okay. Well, here's our coaster. It's misshapen. It looks more like a glass, like a glass lens where it's concave. I don't know if you can see that, how it's curved. Just a little warp. Okay, so now we know, don't use UV resin for coasters. You can even see where this was the original part we did, and as it warped, different layers of resin went underneath where it was lifting. So I don't know what I'll use this for. A hockey puck maybe? Who knows? Well, that's all for today. Sad that it was a failure, but at least, we gave it a try to see what would happen. We'll catch you next time. Bye.